What's up, everyone? I kind of just wanted to have a little bit of an unedited chat about Game Week 6, really. It's been a really hit and miss week for people where if you didn't have Cole Palmer, you're kind of screwed. Obviously, with 25 points, 4 goals in one half, I mean, you're not going to get much better than that over the season. It's actually been a good week for me with a 1.1 million, rank increase. So a big green arrow for me up to around 700k. So starting in goal, I had Raya, which obviously after bigging him up, well, not bigging him up, but talking about all this injury all week. Will he play? Will he not? He did play and he was fit, which actually came as a bit of a surprise in the end. But of course, all that build up just for 1 point. Leicester only really had a few attempts and they scored twice, so not a great game for Raya, but none of them were really his fault. The good thing is he's fit for future weeks, so hopefully he can get back in that form. Arsenal defence has been really good and hopefully they can keep that up. My first defender is Leif Davis, who actually wasn't intended to be in my team. But João Pedro, a couple days before the deadline came out, is injured, so Leif Davis was my first sub, and my only sub who was really a good option, so I had to bring him in. He did alright, he got 2 points, 1 bonus point, but 2 goals conceded. But I have him really in for Ipswich's future fixture run from game week 7 onwards. I mean, they have West Ham away, Everton at home, Brentford away, Leicester at home, Spurs away, Man U at home, Nottingham Forest away, Palace at home, Bournemouth home and Wolves away. So with that really good fixture run, other than Spurs and Man United at home, it's a really good run and he always has attacking threat. Next is Anthony Robinson, who's only really my defender who's done well. I mean, he got a clean sheet, no attack in return, but a bonus point. The upcoming fixtures ain't brilliant with Man City away, Villa at home, but then Everton away, Brentford at home, Palace away, and Wolves at home's pretty good. There's obviously a couple tough fixtures in it, but that's just kind of going to happen in the Premier League for everyone. You're never going to have it that easy. Andy Robertson did okay with 2 points, but it's not really what you want. He has okay fixtures coming up, but they're dabbled in a bit of tough games right now. But obviously no clean sheet, which is a shame, but 4 out of 6 clean sheets for Liverpool is still very good. He's on decent form still with 3.8, so hopefully he can get some attacking returns soon. And my only defender who really did badly was Digne. 0 points, 2 goals conceded and 1 yellow card. Obviously, I was actually pretty happy that he got the minutes. I didn't expect him to get them. Well, I did expect him to get the minutes, but I was worried that Maatsen might come in. There was a little bit of chit-chat about Maatsen coming in for this week, but thankfully, Digne got the nod. So hopefully he'll stay playing in the Prem and they keep Maatsen playing in the Champions League. Outcoming fixtures ain't brilliant, obviously, especially after 0-pointer. I'm a little bit worried about him long term with rotation risk from Maatsen. Obviously, they spent 30 million on Maatsen, so I can't see him not getting consistent minutes at some point. The fixtures are a bit hit and miss for Villa, but there's good ones in there, dabbled in. Obviously, in midfield, Rodgers finally got his first goal in the Prem this season. He has consistently showed signs this season of doing really well, but he wasn't really getting the returns, but he got 2 assists against Wolves last week, and that's really been the start with his first goal in this game. Hopefully he can really keep up this form and get consistent returns. Ever since people sold him, actually, a few people I know were selling him in game week 4, just going he's just going to be one of those players who passes the eye test but doesn't really get the points. But with the upcoming fixtures being hit and miss, I still think he can perform really well, and he's so cheap. Obviously, the main man this week, if you had him, was Cole Palmer. 4 goals in the first half is an absolute joke. The first player to ever do it in the Prem. 3 bonus points as well. Nottingham Forest at home next week with 25 points is a joke. He now becomes the second ever player to get more than 25 points in one game week twice, with joint with Frank Lampard. So one Chelsea legend and potentially a future Chelsea legend. I mean, he's not going to leave anytime soon. He's been tied down to a 9-year contract. The fixtures actually aren't that good going forward, but I still think he's worth it, man. He's going to perform well against anyone, I feel. Chelsea have looked really good, and Palmer's always going to be on penalties, which is a big plus. And Burmo literally scored in the first 30 seconds, which is a great start to the 3 o'clock kickoff Saturday. But other than that, he didn't really do much. He got 2 bonuses. Obviously, the 1 goal scored. He played the full game, which is good, but I feel like with his upcoming fixtures, he's such a good option. I brought him in this week, and he's really paid me off. His fixtures coming up are so good. I mean, look at all that green and grey, no red. Obviously, he's going to be on penalties as well, especially with Tony leaving in the summer to Saudi. He's just such a good option, I think. I think he's probably the best midfield option around his price point right now, you'd have to say. Mo Salah did Mo Salah things, getting a goal, 3 bonus points. He started the season so well, and now he's got 4 10-plus points for in 6 games, which is a joke. Obviously, he also got 6 points against Bournemouth. The only game he's actually blanked in was at home at Nottingham Forest, where Nottingham Forest got that shock victory at Anfield. Obviously, Semenyo ain't actually played yet as I'm recording this. It's currently Sunday night, so hopefully he can perform well and get my rank even further up. Like I said, I'm actually 1.1 million up. It's been a really good week for me because people who didn't have Palmer have really struggled, and people who picked Saka over Palmer have really struggled. Semenyo has Southampton at home and Leicester at home, which hopefully can keep my green rank going. I think I'm definitely going to stay around the 800k mark, and if Semenyo scores, I can genuinely go up. Haaland was my captain, which obviously is a shame, but I felt like I had to go with a safe pick. It was too risky not to captain Haaland after he literally had 10 goals in 5 games. He'll probably be my captain for the next few weeks as well. Good upcoming fixtures: Fulham at home, Wolves away, Southampton at home, Bournemouth away. He'll probably be my captain for all of them. I could captain Palmer for next week because they're at home to Forest, but Forest have looked good. Obviously, they lost their first game this weekend at home to Forest. Not at home to Forest, they are Forest, at home to Fulham. But I still think they can do well. Ross Stewart on my bench hasn't played yet, but he won't come on. I got 67 points overall. Obviously, I used those three free transfers. One of them was Mbeumo in for Smodics and Semenyo in for Minter. So obviously, we don't know how the Semenyo one will do yet. But I mean, both of the players I took out did not play, or did not start anyway. I think they both came on actually. So yeah, obviously my other free transfers of Ross Stewart for Wizard just to enable me a little bit more funds to be able to afford it. But I'm really happy with my transfers, to be honest. I mean, that midfield has done so well for me with every player scoring 7 or more points. Looking a little bit forward to next week, I'm currently looking at bringing in Liam Delap for João Pedro after his injury. I mean, I'll click on Leif Davis here. Look at these fixtures for Ipswich. I watched the Ipswich game today. Liam Delap actually really shocked me with how good he looks. I think I'm probably likely to bring him in and start him next week. I really like him. I think he can get good goals for Ipswich. I've actually been quite impressed with. Quick look at the fixtures here. Then we're going to have a quick look at the team of the week. See what players really stood out this week. But yeah, Delap's definitely on my watch list to replace João Pedro because his injury doesn't look good, to be honest. Obviously, the top player this week was Cole Palmer. I mean, 25 points is just so unheard of. I mean, everyone in the team of the week, other than 2 players, got 10 plus points, which shows it was actually a really good opportunity this week to score some big points, with a few big players missing out, like Haaland. I mean, it's the first time Haaland hasn't performed well this year. There is Liam Delap. You can see, obviously, today he got 2 goals. He got 1 yellow card, but 3 bonus points. Delap's only got 2 yellow cards, so I'm not too worried about suspension yet. But you can just see those green fixtures. You can see there, Gehi, Van der Ven, Justin Vicario. The midfield did really well this year for everyone, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope you all enjoyed. I just wanted to have a little bit of a chinwag, some may call it, just a little bit of waffle. Thanks for the support. Have a great day, everyone. See ya.